Hey everybody, day 6 here at White Plains Hospital of DMX, being in the intensive care unit, and I have some sad news to report. He is still in intensive care. He's still hooked up to life support, but if you remember on Tuesday, I told you about these organ function tests that were being performed on him to see what the prognosis was, to see if there had been any improvement since he was brought in last Friday night after suffering a heart attack and apparent drug overdose. And he's been in a coma the entire week. So they were testing on Tuesday for brain function and other organ functions from what my sources with direct knowledge of his condition were telling me. And now the family has been informed from my sources, from what they're telling me, that the results of those tests were not hopeful at all, that there was no change in any of the organ function since he was brought in unresponsive on Friday night. What that means is that the hospital essentially has done everything that they can possibly do to try to give him a chance to make a full recovery or to make any kind of recovery. So at this particular point, I'm sure the family is having to make some very difficult decisions in terms of what are the next steps. That's where they're at right now. I'm sure they would like to have everybody's prayers and everybody's support, but just to be clear, he is still on the ventilator. He is still in ICU, and the family is still working very closely on what the next steps are going to be. So it's just the results of those tests showed that there was no change, meaning there was no improvement in the organ function activity. That includes all of the major organs of his body. So what happens next, is just basically on a day-to-day basis, and a lot of these decisions that will be made right now, moving forward, will be made by the family. So I just wanted to let you know that, because we had talked on Tuesday and Wednesday and yesterday as well, but the main tests were done on Tuesday, and the conclusion was that there was no improvement in any of the organ function. So I'm sure we'll all keep our prayers going for him for a miracle, because at this point that's exactly what it will take. So that's the latest here from White Plains Hospital.